Kevin Black Superman Lewis, man, coming at y'all with a live video. Hopefully my audio is good. Hopefully y'all can hear me. This is a real good, important, powerful video, man. Definitely wanted to do this live simply because I just want to take it back to when I was getting on here doing my testosterone videos and having a lot of engagement. Um, but I'm excited to dig deep into the importance of testosterone levels with bodybuilding. All right, testosterone in general, this hormone is super important and super necessary for the type of gains that you're going to want to have, for the type of physique and body that you're going to want to have as a man. Like, if you don't have adequate testosterone levels, if you don't have healthy testosterone levels, you will not attain the physique that you want to attain. Guys, y'all know that my channel has been kind of gravitating and evolving into a channel that focuses on bodybuilding. But guys, testosterone is important for bodybuilding. If you don't have healthy testosterone levels, man, your physique is not going to be looking like nothing. You're not going to be able to build muscle. You're not going to be able to have an impressive physique. And if you plan on competing, man, you may as well cancel Christmas, man. You may as well go ahead. Oh, Christmas gifts. Oh, we go out to eat. Oh, family. Cancel that because it ain't happening. You feel me? So, for the people that's on here, man, look, if y'all rock with this video and then like the fact that I'm going to talk about testosterone levels, man, go ahead and throw a like on the video. Um, Mainly for the algorithm, mainly to let YouTube know, hey, this video is where it's at. Tell everybody else about it. All right. But like I said, testosterone is super important if you want to attain the physique that you want. Everybody that's on here right now, do me a favor, right? I want y'all to comment in the chat right now. Comment in the chat what muscles you want to bring up. Do you have any weak muscles? Do you have any muscles that you feel like, oh man, it's not up to par? They should be bigger in terms of my body looking more proportioned, in terms of my body and my physique looking more balanced, looking more impressive. What is your weak body part? Comment in the chat. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's all going to make sense. It's all going to make sense. It's all going to come together. But a lot of the times, there's usually two main reasons why guys have body parts that they're struggling with, right? That doesn't look proportioned or don't balance out with the rest of their body. It's either genetics, actually three things. It's one is either genetics, in which I don't even like to tell people to rely on that anyway. A lot of people just aren't pushing themselves, but it's either genetics or you're not training that muscle enough. You're not giving it a good enough stimulus. You're not feeling enough activation when you're training it. You're just not training it. And you're not causing peak contraction on that muscle enough to render a hypertrophic result, like an increase in muscle. You know what I'm saying? So it's either genetics, or you're not training that muscle enough to grow it, or your hormonal levels is off. Point blank, period. Something ain't right with your hormones. Your testosterone must be low. Your estrogen must be high. Your freaking prolactin must be retarded. Your SGBH must be retarded. Something's off. All right. And that's why this video is so important. Because testosterone is super duper important with bodybuilding. Testosterone is so important with bodybuilding that you literally have guys utilizing testosterone to have more of an impressive physique. TRT, HRT. I'm gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this. Look, if you just hopped on the video, go ahead and throw a like on the video, man. If you're excited that we're gonna dig into this type of topic, and if you want to hear more. Now, my man Corwin Griffin, he said chest and arms. He said that's literally chest and arms. He said that's literally my main focus, getting rid of gyno. So powerful, man. Awesome. Listen, we all got weak spots. We all got weak muscles. We all got muscles that we need to bring up. I have muscles that I need to bring up. And trust me, I'm going to go ahead and go down the list and break it down to y'all which ones I need to bring up. But chest and arms, that's funny. Chest is my strong suit. Yes, I've been dealing with gyno for years. But genetically, I'm just gifted with chest. You know what I'm saying? Chest is not hard for me to get my chest. My arms, gifted. biceps for the most part are pretty gifted. Let me make sure I keep this chat up so I can see when y'all comment. But that's not uncommon. You know what I'm saying? I hear that. I get that. I've had clients where I had to really help them bring their chest up. Some guys just struggle with the upper chest and the clavicular chest. Some guys struggle, with the mid chest or the lower chest. Some guys struggle with the outer chest. It is what it is, guys. But people who deal with and struggle with some of these weak muscles is mainly probably because of genetics, probably because they're not training that muscle effectively. They're not rendering enough peak contraction to cause hypertrophy, or their hormones are just off, testosterone is just off. That's what I just wanted to make a point. Like that, you not being able to gain muscle in certain areas could literally be because your testosterone levels just aren't up to par. You know what I'm saying? Or some hormones is off. Maybe your cortisol is mad high and it's combating with testosterone. You know what I'm saying? We got to remember this, guys. If y'all been watching me for years, y'all know I talk about it all the time. Cortisol and testosterone are enemies. You understand? The more cortisol you got, it is definitely going to combat testosterone. That's why we have to be cognizant of, our cortisol to testosterone ratio. What is that? You know what I'm saying? How much cortisol do we have per testosterone? Because the more cortisol you got, I'm telling you, your testosterone levels are going to go down. So I'm gonna dig a little bit more deeper into this, right? I'm gonna kind of give y'all some details real quick, and if y'all got questions, we can kind of go into that as well. That's fine. Um, let's go into normal levels of testosterone. All right, and I've done videos on this before in the past, but I don't mind digging back into this. As a man, this is the standard. Okay, this is like medical standard. All right, I don't agree with it, but it's medical standard. They claim that if you have between 300 nanograms per deciliter to 1,000 nanograms per deciliter, you are in somewhat of the normal range of testosterone levels, right? Um, Me personally, I don't think that that's normal. I don't think that as a man, your testosterone level should be under 500. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. I don't think it should be under 500. I should be honest with you. I don't think it should be under 600. Um, you know, to me, I think that all men should have somewhere near about 600 and up. You know what I'm saying? Just to be at a just to be able to reach your potential, especially if we're talking about bodybuilding. You know what I'm saying? You want to have at least like 600 nanograms per deciliter. But in medical terms and their standards, they say normal is between 300 and 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. Now, a lot of the times, guys struggle to get testosterone replacement therapy if they're not showing low enough levels. Like a doctor will literally be like, "Yo, get out of my face. You're not under, 300 nanograms per deciliter. You ain't getting no TRT." And then, you get guys who literally manipulate their body so that their testosterone levels drop under that so that they can get approved for TRT. That's a whole nother conversation. And if y'all don't know what TRT is testosterone replacement therapy. Okay. HRT is hormonal replacement therapy, and that's just overall hormonal therapy, right? Um, the thing is guys, if you want to have a great bodybuilding physique, you want to at least be in the normal range. So how do we know where we stand with testosterone levels? Get your levels checked. All right. I can't say this. Y'all will be surprised off of how many guys I talk to, right? They're talking about, yeah, testosterone, man. Yeah, I want to boost my testosterone, man. Yeah, I want to get my T levels up so that I can do A, B, and C. But they ain't got they hormones checked in almost 2, 3 years. And I'm like, yo, you don't even know where you stand with your testosterone levels. How are you even equipped with the knowledge of yourself to be able to make changes or gains if you don't even know where you stand? You know what I'm saying? You can't get nowhere. If you don't know where you at, how you going to, what I'm saying, figure out where you need to go? So my point is, guys, that's the first thing. We got to make sure we know where we stand. So we got to get our levels checked. Once you get your levels checked and you got more knowledge, and you can go from there. Um, Bodybuilding. The reason why testosterone levels are so important with bodybuilding is because testosterone is the key. You hear me? Testosterone is the key to building muscle, right? Literally building muscle. I don't want to say the more testosterone you have, the more muscle you're going to gain. I don't want to say that because y'all know, if you've been watching me for years, you know, I do not push people to be over 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. It's not necessary. If you want to push for that, go ahead. If you're on TRT, if you're on testosterone replacement therapy, and they're putting you on a dosage that's bringing you over 1,000 nanograms per deciliter, go ahead. That's fine. That's on you. But it's not always necessary, right? As long as you have high levels of testosterone, that's more high on the higher side of the spectrum, you should notice great benefits from that. That being said, when your testosterone levels are going up, you'll notice that it's easier to gain muscle. You'll notice that your recovery time is actually shortened. You'll notice that you got way more energy. You'll notice that your sex drive increases tremendously. That's one of the main things that guys notice. And look, if y'all like the fact that I'm touching on this right now in this video, go ahead and throw a like on the video, guys. It's for the algorithm. It's not for me. I don't need you to validate me. You understand? I just want YouTube to know that this knowledge is being received and it's appreciated so that they can, boom, send this video to the rest of the guys that subscribe to me. All right. I'm trying my best not to give up on YouTube, y'all. I'm trying my best not to just stop doing my channel because of my own reasons, right? I took a lot of breaks with my channel. You know what I'm saying? That's on me. I had different things going on, and sometimes I had to take 6-month breaks off YouTube. Sometimes I had to take a year off YouTube. And it really threw me off. It really messed me up. A lot of my subscribers, I got 29,000 subscribers, and I don't even engage with a lot of them, right? And I think it's because of that. I'm just kind of thrown in the loop now, but that's fine. Like the video, you know what I'm saying? Like the video, share the video. That'll help at least. Hopefully that'll kind of get YouTube like, okay, this guy actually has people that really do appreciate his content. Let's push it out there. Enough of that. Um, Testosterone is very important, guys, if you want your body to look great. Another thing too, with higher levels of testosterone, guys have noticed, burnt fat, you know what I'm saying? Their fat lowering and things like that, right? Like quicker fat loss. The list goes on. Hey, babe. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, y'all about to get a dose of my real life hope. Hey, you want to come here? All right. You come here. Let's go. All right. All right, y'all. So I got to I'm kind of block it. But anyway, y'all, listen. Y'all get my point, right? Pretty much testosterone levels are super duper important if you want to have the physique that you want. If you want your body fat, if you want to be able to lose fat at an adequate level or at your best potential for yourself and your genetics, your testosterone levels need to be at a good level, man. If your T levels ain't right, you're not going to be getting the type of gains that you could be getting. Now, another thing too that you want to be thinking about as well, not just testosterone, but estrogen. All right. If your estrogen is super high, that can cause a lot of issues. But guess what? If your estrogen is super low, that can also cause issues with your bodybuilding. You believe it or not, like estradiol, we do need some type of estradiol for a number of things. That's our sexual health. That's erection quality, believe it or not. But obviously, if it gets too high, it could also have a similar effect, if not worse effect, that could really get in the way of you lowering your body fat. It'll cause you to hold fat more, fat storage. It's real hard to get lean, man, if you're dealing with high estradiol and you got a lot of estrogen going on, right? And your testosterone is low. Oh, you're gonna be suffering, man. You may as well cancel Christmas. You're not gonna have the physique that you want, and that's why it's super important. So, you know, with that being said, guys, y'all know this channel is going more in the direction of bodybuilding, right? Bodybuilding can change your entire life. Why do guys really want testosterone levels? Healthy testosterone levels, good, high testosterone levels. It's mainly one for sexual health, obviously, to be able to perform better, better erection quality, all that stuff. But men typically want to look good, man. Now I know some men they don't really care. Some men I know. I was just talking to a dude not too long ago. He's like, "Yeah, man, I don't need to really look all muscular and stuff like that. I just want to, be able to have my abs showing, and be fit. You know what I'm saying? Not overweight and fit." Cool beans. Either way it goes, I don't know nobody who want to look fat and sloppy. Period. I don't know no men who want to look fat and sloppy. I don't know no men who want to be walking around with cankles and the stomach is literally overlapping the zipper on their pants. Like you can't even see the button or the zipper on their pants or their jeans. I don't know no dude that want to look like that. So with that being said, this is why I encourage all men to get into bodybuilding. Because if you're practicing bodybuilding correctly and you're following the principles of bodybuilding, not only are you gonna look better, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna feel stronger. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel stronger, you're gonna look stronger, you're gonna look healthier, and you're gonna feel healthier. Now, I want to go ahead and confirm this real quick. When I say bodybuilding, y'all, I don't want y'all to mix up me saying bodybuilding, or I don't want y'all to connect bodybuilding, my statement of bodybuilding, with uh, like Mr. Olympia. You understand? Like a Ronnie Coleman back in the day, one of the goats. Much respect and love for that dude. Who else is a big guy? Like Kai Green, you know what I'm saying? Like Kai Green. I'm not talking about these big Mr. Olympia 295-pound guys. I'm talking about bodybuilding as an art. I'm talking about bodybuilding as a science. I'm talking about bodybuilding as an athletic discipline. Okay, this will transform your life, man, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So this is why I promote bodybuilding. And believe it or not, you have to have adequate testosterone levels to bodybuild and to get the best effects out of bodybuilding. Then we got a topic. Oh, yeah, we do. All right. So Corey Griffin, he said, is cortisol a stress hormone? So does that mean you have to release stress? Okay, so yes, cortisol is a stress hormone. Believe it or not, cortisol is necessary, okay? Cortisol isn't 100% like a demon, right? We do need some of it, just like estrogen isn't 100% a demon. We need some of it, right? I mean, believe it or not, you need cortisol to wake up in the morning and be ready to get up and going. That's typically, literally, one of the hormones that actually give you that waking effect, like it's time to get up, right? So cortisol is necessary. But like I said, too much of anything could be terrible and bad for you. So as long as you keep that in your mind and understand that concept, you won't go wrong, right? We have hormones for a reason, right? Our body is created with different hormones for a reason. But if some get too high, if some get too low, it can cause adverse effects. So at the end of the day, that's really all you got to think about when it comes to it. Understand your hormonal profile and figure out like, yo, what hormones should I have high? What hormones should I have low? What hormones need to be in the middle? And let go of this extreme effect. Yo, that's the biggest thing I want to say. Lately, I've been saying no ego, just bodybuilding. And the reason why I say no ego, just bodybuilding is because if you're going with your ego, our ego tends to have somewhat of an extreme worldview with things. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, I want testosterone. I want my testosterone to be through the roof. And the higher and higher your testosterone levels get, your hairline gonna be receding. You're gonna have mad acne all over your body. You're gonna have mad acne all over your body. You're gonna be freaking aggressive and easily irritated and easily angry. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't have to have your testosterone levels through the roof, 1,200 nanograms per deciliter, to have amazing benefits and results and to feel great again or to feel good. All you need to do is just have adequate levels, and you can really reach some great heights in terms of your, individual potential. But that's why testosterone is highly necessary. Um, and I'm doing this video too because it's something that I understand and accept. It's time for me to get my levels checked again. I need to see where my T levels are right now. Last time I checked, I was doing pretty good. I was at like 778 nanograms per deciliter. It's not bad. Um, but I do want to check. I'll be 36 next month, and I'm getting older and stuff like that. So it's good that we know where we stand, especially if I'm going to be competing 2024. I need to be prepared. I need to know where my T levels is at. I want to make sure that I'm maximizing my greatest potential while I'm cultivating my physique and getting it prepared. But this is the thing I want to say, right? Y'all know it's all, my main thing is, herbs over steroids. If y'all been rocking with me for a good amount of time, I'm sure you remember that campaign that I was doing. Herbs over steroids, herbs over steroids. I don't fault anybody. I don't look down on anybody who do steroids. All right. If you are going to be competing in bodybuilding, which is a sport, and your competition is utilizing enhancements, you're going to have to utilize something to be able to compete with these guys. You understand? Especially on that level, right? Me personally, I plan to compete natural as long as I possibly can. I don't even want to do TRT. You understand? When I get my levels checked, I'm gonna also make sure that I show y'all and post my results too. But when I get my levels checked, I'm hoping I'm still in the 700s. I can honestly say if my testosterone isn't where I want it to be, and I need TRT, I'll go in that direction. I don't think I do though. I don't have too many issues with sex or sex drive and nothing like that. I'm pretty good with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see any issues with that. Building muscle, man. I don't have a problem with building muscle. I put a lot of muscle on, man. Um, so I don't really think that I'm suffering, but I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go and check and see. But I say all that to say this: don't be embarrassed, man. Like men, if you go get your testosterone levels, man, and your testosterone levels are low, like under 400, I'm saying 300 something, 200 or something, man, and you're not feeling good, you ain't feeling right, man, and you really want to have more energy, train more, work out, transform your physique, man, get on TRT. I don't fault any man for that, man. I look at that as like a solution. Like say somebody's dealing with some type of issues or some type of disease, or I still would recommend going a natural route with that. But you get my point. Like sometimes you gotta, utilize some type of medication or drugs if it's very, very serious to perform at adequate levels or to perform at an optimal rate. So I don't judge anybody who do TRT. If you need TRT, get on TRT, man. You're a man. You're gonna suffer if you don't. You know what I'm saying? If your T levels are tremendously low, I wouldn't even recommend virility for anybody if their T levels is under 300. Like, come on. I mean, if your levels is under 200, I mean, you could take it if you want. It's gonna help you some. It may bring it up a couple hundred, but man, get on TRT. You may need it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, to my men who have okay testosterone levels, like say me, say I'm in the 700s. Say you in the 600s, 700s, right? And you're like, all right, bet. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do TRT and get on TRT or testosterone replacement therapy so that I can maximize my potential and optimize my potential and really kill it and really be good and great at it. Every man that I know, right, or I've ever talked to that went that route and did that, they said that they felt amazing. They felt amazing the first month. They was like, "Wow, man, I feel like I'm 18 again. My sex drive is through the roof. I'm feeling stronger. I feel more confident. I'm hitting everything I see. Like I'm getting all the females and blah, blah, blah. I'm getting all the women. And then, after a few months, then they start talking about other things. Like, yo, man, like, I've been real aggressive, man. Or like I'm flipping on people like at the drop of a dime, or I'm getting upset with people for nothing. I'm highly aggravated for nothing. I'm fighting for nothing. And I'm talking about grown men. These are grown men saying this, right? The point I'm trying to make is listen, yeah, you're probably gonna feel good, and you're probably gonna have some good benefits if you do take TRT when your testosterone levels are normal. But it's gonna come with some side effects. It's actually gonna come with a slew of side effects, and you're probably gonna notice some stuff. You're probably gonna notice some hairline receding, like a lot, not a little bit. I'm talking about like very noticeable. You're probably gonna notice uh, testicle shrinkage. Your balls are shrinking. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't trying to be walking around here with no peanut-sized balls, man. You know what I'm saying? That could most definitely be a side effect, especially if you start dipping and dabbing into the enhancement direction. In the enhancement direction, you may as well cancel Christmas, man. You may as well cancel no presents, no gifts, no family, no laughing, nothing. It's over for you, right? Dang there, if you don't do it right, right? Um, but I've talked to a lot of guys, working at a gym, man. I've talked to plenty of men, you know, bodybuilders, people who used to bodybuild, old guys who like in their late 60s, still alive, still lifting and utilize enhancements in testosterone. And I've gotten a lot of information, man, and there's only a couple guys who tell me, man, if you follow a certain protocol, you should be fine and healthy and safe. Talked to one guy that told me about that. And I told him, just like I tell everybody else, man, I'm a little shook. I'm just shook. I'm scared to do that shit. Man. I ain't even gonna hold none of y'all. Like, the most I would do is TRT. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the only way I'm going in that direction is if I need it. If I need TRT, my testosterone levels are way below normal. If I'm dealing with some straight up serious side effects, like my manhood ain't responding, like I don't have energy, I'm depressed, I'm A, B, C, D, F, G, then, I might think about that. But other than that, I'm not really thinking about it. I don't think it's necessary if you don't need it. Right. We got some more comments. All right. Corn Griffin, he said, what's your lowest level? He said, what's your lowest level of testosterone? What was? Um, for me, I remember at one point I checked my testosterone levels and it was down. It was like around about, this is actually right before I did virility. And my T levels was at like 500, man. It was low for me. And I was noticing the effects. I was noticing the side effects. I'm like, yo, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't it. So, you know, I I came up with what I came up with and utilized that. And I started to notice humongous testosterone gains. And when I actually went and got my levels checked, I was up in the high 700s, which was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's probably my lowest. That's a good question, man. So Sean, he said, "You think test boosters can shrink your balls?" No. I mean, my testosterone booster won't. You know what I'm saying? Virility and maximum libido. I mean, you can ask any guys who took it or take it or has taken it. I've never heard nobody say, "Yo, my balls are shrinking." Like I ain't never heard that one, and I ain't never had that issue. You know what I'm saying? If anything, my balls actually felt kind of more fuller. I know that's TMI, but I'm just keeping it funky with y'all. Like, yeah, I ain't. I've never heard nobody say nothing like that. So, but now I'm not saying that there ain't no testosterone boosters out there that might not cause that. I mean, if I'm gonna tell you right now, if some of these guys or some of these companies are spiking their testosterone boosters with like enhancements or testosterone or boom boom, you might notice some effects like that. You might experience something wild like that. I'm not going, deny it because I don't know. I'm not even gonna confirm it either. But it's definitely something to think about. I doubt it though, man. I doubt it. Like if somebody did that and people are talking about their balls are shrinking, that's clearly like spiking of testosterone, man. And that company ain't gonna last long. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty heavy right there. Corn Griffin said, aren't those side effects the same for low T? All right, when you say are those side effects the same for low T, what do you mean? Like what side effects? Side effects of what? Unless you're talking about balls shrinking or maybe what I was saying before. Um, if you're talking about the receded hairline, nah. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think low testosterone causes receding hairline. Nah, I don't think so. But in a nutshell, man, overdoing TRT ain't the best idea either. And granted, with bodybuilding, you will notice some great benefits if you were to go that direction. I'm not gonna say there ain't no benefits, man. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be some good benefits, but there's also gonna be a slew of side effects that come with it too. And who really wants side effects? I just don't think it's worth it to go through some serious adverse side effects. Um, if you like you bodybuild, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's necessary. So I think I'm genetically gifted too, for real. I'm hoping and praying that I won't have to even look at TRT until my 40s. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping for. hoping I'll be able to ride this thing out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 36 next month. They typically say that guys that look younger typically, don't really deal with a huge dip in testosterone like that until they reach a higher age. So we'll see how that goes. But as of right now, I'm natty. I'm natty life, and I'm still promoting that. You know what I'm saying? Promoting that natty life. Sean, he said, you think most test boosters are natural herbs? Um, I guess. I mean, to be honest with you, man, I, virility. I focus on mine. You know what I'm saying? And all of ours is natural. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of virility too, we're gonna be properly releasing that, man. We did get a lot of feedback and a lot of guys and people want that. So we're definitely working on bringing virility back. So stay tuned, y'all, man. Stay tapped in. I know y'all missed the testosterone content, man, and I'm probably going to bring it back. Um, but bodybuilding is my main focus, guys. Y'all gotta understand that's my passion. Um, Personal training, transforming physiques, helping people attain better physiques. That is my passion. I believe it's also part of my purpose. Helping people become more healthy, helping people transform their bodies. I think it's a part of my purpose, man. So that's the direction that this channel was going into. And it's also going to broadcast my bodybuilding journey as well, and all that. So that's the direction where it's going. But like I said, testosterone is super important for bodybuilding. And bodybuilding isn't just the competitive edge. Bodybuilding is an approach. There's methods and principles when it comes to lifting weights, training, technique, form. You understand? Bodybuilding is not just competitive bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is literally just like powerlifting ain't just competitive powerlifting. Just like, basketball ain't just NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like you could literally play basketball by yourself and get better at it without competing. And like I said, I just think that bodybuilding is great for men and women, not just men, but men and women. It'll really, really help you improve your life in a lot of ways, improve discipline. The more discipline you come, you're going to stick to doing things that's necessary to attain other goals in your life, not just your physique, but financial goals, relational goals, you know, um, whatever goals you got. You know what I'm saying? If you increase your discipline and your willpower, that's going to help. And bodybuilding is such an art form that, and is such a discipline that the more and more you stick to it and you start to notice results, it's going to encourage you to do that in other parts of your life. So this is why I promote bodybuilding. And I'm pushing it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing it heavily. So yeah, Corin Griffin said irritation and mad fighting. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. He's saying, isn't that also side effects for low testosterone too? Yeah, yeah, yeah. In all honesty, I think once your testosterone is low, though, I don't think you have as much aggressive edge or energy um, to even really like go hard for real with all of that stuff. Like you'll probably be more like emotional or more um, complaining and whining. You probably won't even be as active or how could I say it? Like direct and ready to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? You won't be as action oriented. It'll probably be more like talking and complaining and crying and blapping and yappity yappity yap. You know what I'm saying? Probably arguing a lot. But as far as that aggressive edge, like, nah, I don't really think it'd be there. You probably still be fighting and stuff. Though I'm not saying that men with low testosterone don't be fighting. I'm sure they do. Probably get their ass beat, depending on who they fighting. I don't know, but yeah. Sean said, "What are your thoughts on Mike Mincer? His one set to failure on everything mentality." Yo, Mike Mincer, man, let me tell you, Mike Mincer was a genius, bro. I respect that. I'm gonna end up doing a video about what I think about Mike Mincer too. I already was. It's funny you said that. I was already planning on doing a video about Mike Mincer. I like his high intensity training approach. And doing like one set to failure. Um, two sets on certain things. Me personally, I don't think that it's effective for everybody. I think it depends on a lot of factors like the muscle the muscle fiber types that you got, you know what I'm saying? Slow twitch, fast twitch, type of muscle fibers you have, your genetics, you know what I'm saying, and how your body responds to high intensity training, literally. Like, I think a lot of factors come into play, but I do think that it is effective for some people. And I think that some people could benefit. And not only that, I think everybody probably could benefit if they don't do that at all. Like if you've never tried that before and then you go and try it, your body is gonna be like, oh, this is a new stimulus right here. Like, what's this? And you probably will notice something. But as far as like a long-term approach, I don't think it's the best approach. I don't think it's the best approach, in all honesty. That's my opinion. And look, man, if y'all just hopped on the video, man, throw a like on the video. If y'all like what I'm talking about, testosterone, the importance of it for bodybuilding, throw a like on the video. Man, if y'all want me to do more videos on this, and really speaking about hormonal profile and bodybuilding, and go ahead and comment below in the chat too, and let that be known. Ram, he said any smoothie recipe for testosterone boost. Yo, that's crazy. He took it back. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna have to do another video on that, man. I used to have my testosterone booster smoothie, man. I think I'm gonna pull that bad boy back out. But with the testosterone booster smoothie, man, it's some real good official stuff. I'll just say what I remember off the top real quick for you. Um, what is it? Um, maca root, black seed oil, um, beets or beet powder. You know what I'm saying? So you can do like beet powder, um, beet powder. I usually do banana in there. I usually do spinach in there. It typically has like nitrates. You know what I'm saying? So like nitrates, foods high in like nitric acid or rather nitrates. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? There's a number of things, man. I have to really go back and tap in. But yeah, man, as long as you got some good, vegetables and fruit in there, especially vegetables that help with like blood flow, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, like dark leafy green vegetables, like vitamin K, you know what I'm saying, like leafy vegetables high in vitamin K, things like that will really help with that. And then I do like branched chain amino acids. I think it's good to do that. I think it's smart to have some type of amino acids in the profile as well, in my own personal opinion. Something like taurine, um, it's right at the top of the brain, y'all. Um, what is it? Oh, man, look, I had a long day today, y'all. My mind ain't processing the way it normally do. But not glutamine, but citrulline, L-citrulline. L-citrulline is a real good one. Also arginine. Arginine. Sean said, "You think having high testosterone can affect your cholesterol levels?" Um, in all honesty, I think that cholesterol could actually be somewhat of a positive to testosterone, but that's not what you asked. You asked having it. Do I think having high testosterone levels can affect cholesterol levels? I mean, yeah, it probably could, but a lot of people run from cholesterol because they think that oh, it's going to cause a heart attack and cause issues and clogged arteries. When in all actuality, a higher cholesterol profile could actually promote better levels of testosterone in some cases. So there may be somewhat of an effect, but I don't think that it will like it'll cause you to have a heart attack. Not like now, in my own personal opinion, with cholesterol levels and stuff like that. But from what I've seen, I think like good levels of cholesterol is actually beneficial to your T levels. I think that that's pretty good. You don't want to go crazy with it, obviously, but having a little high or somewhere right at the like the high mark probably be good for your testosterone levels. It's not gonna hurt you too bad, I don't think. As long as you don't got no heart issues. Now, if you're dealing with heart issues, you gotta be kind of careful with cholesterol, obviously. But if we're talking about healthy men, you know what I'm saying? Cholesterol isn't gonna hurt your T levels at all. If anything, it'll help it. It'll actually promote testosterone health. Ram, how long does it typically take for such smoothies to take effect? Just wanted to know so that I have realistic expectations. In all honesty, bro, man, if you put in there what I just did, you gonna notice. I mean, obviously things take time, right? So if you make the smoothie, I'm not saying when you wake up in the morning and get tested, your joint gonna go up like 500 NGDL, like now. But you probably will start. You'll probably feel some differences within a few days. You'll probably start to feel things, and when I say feel things, I mean positive, right? But I do want to say another thing too. If you're gonna do that smoothie, don't just dump all the stuff in there that I said, especially the supplements. Like kind of just like first week, maybe just do the maca, just do like the maca root and maybe like some L-citrulline or something like that, you know. And then you could also mix in like some fruits, you know what I'm saying, just to give it a better taste, dark leafy green vegetable, stuff like that. But you should notice some. You should start feeling some good things after, uh, after shit, man. I'm telling you, if you put what I said in there, you probably gonna notice something within that week. Like, you're gonna be like, wow. You're probably like, wow. I'm starting to notice. I'm feeling better. Morning wood. Just different things like that. All right. We had another comment on it, but I think they might have deleted it. But yeah, y'all, man. Look, I'm glad I could hop on here and do this video. Listen, another thing too, just to kind of bring it back and bring it into closing. Um, Test TRT and testosterone, and when I say testosterone, I didn't mean TRT in the title, right? So let me clarify that. Testosterone, having adequate testosterone levels is very, very important, man. If you want to do bodybuilding and if you want to get the best effect out of bodybuilding, you definitely want to have healthy testosterone levels. If you don't, I'm telling you, you're not going to see the type of benefits. You're not going to see the type of gains. You're not going to you're not going to be happy with your body. Man. I'm just being honest. And also to not have a negative of stigma on TRT, I want to also say this: if your testosterone levels are not adequate or normal, TRT is going to help you out a lot, and I highly recommend it. Right now, if you say your T levels is like at about like 400, you know what I'm saying, 400 or something, 500, man, you get you some virility, and you consistently take virility, you'll probably notice huge improvements. You know what I'm saying? You'll notice some great improvements. But if you're under 300, man, you're in the twos and the ones, man, that's pretty low. Like you need some therapy, bro. Like I'm just being honest. You could try it. I've had guys that were low like that, did virility, and they noticed a couple hundred, you know, um, nanograms per deciliter in raising.